Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This your host, Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. Hey, Key Talk gang, listen, I need y'all to do a better job with getting the likes up. Definitely. If you listen to my voice right now, hit the like button. Literally takes a couple seconds. They already putting us lower on the YouTube algorithm thing, so it's up to y'all to make sure that we go up. Anyway, so it does look like inside of Georgia right now, a lot of the prisons over there near and by, they're all having a gang war. But the gang wars that's actually happening is actually between the Bloods and also the Muslims. Now, some people believe that some of the Bloods are with the Muslims and some of the Muslims with the Bloods. But either way it goes, there are some gang wars happening because a guy that goes by the name of Alonzo Wright has actually passed away. Now, I do believe he passed away from a gang war, which ignited it even more. So we're going to actually take a look into it today. So let me actually make the screen bigger for y'all because I want y'all to be able to see this right along with me. Anyway, so I'm trying to see if I have on. Okay, I'm having it on this side. So it pretty much started out. It says the Human and Civil Rights Coalition of Georgia sends our condolences to the family of Mr. Alonzo Wright, who was killed last night during a gang war at Jenkins Correctional Facility. Please keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. So he got killed, and when I say bodies is dropping from left to right, bodies is literally dropping from left to right. They're having to call 12 of them from outside the jail to come help inside the jail, medical staff and all that as well, because the prisoners, they just keep going at it with each other, because I believe it has to do with the murder of him. So if we continue it, you're going to be able to see family members of those outside of the jail talking about exactly what's going on. So remember this face, this is Alonzo right now. I can imagine Buddy probably did some devious stuff to end up here. However, with all that being said, let's continue. So the next guy that actually passed away, says another senseless murder at Macon State. The Human and Civil Rights Coalition of Georgia sends our condolences to the family of Henry Finley, who was killed in Macon State Saturday night. So these murders this makes 3 murders in Macon State this week. This is all due to the gang war that's actually happening between the Bloods and also the Muslims. As it continues, it says death at Calhoun SP. Theodore Roundtree at Calhoun SP was killed early this morning. GDC investigators are on site. Visitation has been canceled for today and tomorrow, and the facility is on lockdown. I'm actually continue. Hold on. Let me put this up right here first. I'm gonna continue it. So before I even read the next one, I want to read the status. It says a gang war between the Bloods and the Muslims is currently taking place in Georgia, and bodies are dropping left to right. So this is the Human and Civil Rights Coalition that came out again. Actually, I want to move myself over to the other side of the screen, and I'm just really ready to get to the part where I'm actually reading some of the notes that are actually from some of the inmates' families and stuff. Right. So it says Bloods and Muslims are behind this senseless violence. So they're behind the violence that's happening. It says Calhoun lockdown. So obviously that was because of another murder that actually did happen, right? Now, it says there's a statewide lockdown due to different affiliations fighting with each other. Now, you would expect this to happen. However, at times in jail, there do actually be some people that like have some sense, and they be like, okay, let's just organize this. We're only going to fight for a fight. If somebody violates you, get your one-on-one, whatever it may be. But of course, whenever somebody dies and blood is spilled, like the Alonzo Wright guy, it just ignites into a huge fire flame, and you wonder how in the blue hell is this people in this prison connected with people in this prison connects to people in that prison. There's always phones inside a prison. Word gets around, boom. I'm talking about we're at war with these guys, so y'all are over there. Y'all at war with these guys too, right? So it continues and it says, gang war taking place at multiple prisons, statewide, nation lockdown on the horizon, statewide lockdown on the horizon. We'll update soon. Check comments section for updates. And then it continues and it says, Telfair State Prison is now in lockdown. Stabbing at Wilcox, retaliation from incident at Jenkins. So this was happening, right? Boom, Alonzo Wright gets killed. Then somebody else get killed. And everything now is just retaliation. And the retaliation spans to other prisons in that area as well. And then they kill the person. And since they kill somebody, now they got to go kill that person. So it's kind of just like on the streets itself. This is all happening inside of the actual prisons, right? Just because you go to prisons, that don't mean that you're getting away from the killing and all that stuff like that. Actually, it's probably going to get a little worse for you anyway. So After that happened, it says 6 life flights. So 6 people that got pretty much about to die. 6 life flight helicopters have been requested at Wilcox. Several prisons have requested law enforcement from surrounding counties. When I told y'all that they're bringing 12 of them from outside the county to other county, to bring them into their county, it's because it's too wild. What's going on? They can't control these people. They got a limited amount of guards, and even a limited amount of guards that they got is not trying to lose their life. You know what I'm talking about? Not going to go in here and get between the politics and business that they got going on, lose my life trying to save another life of a prisoner. No way in hell that's actually about to happen, right? But hold on, let me actually get to the next part of this. But I'm telling y'all, it's wild and crazy what's going on. And there's going to be more details about this. I'm sure y'all will hear more, but it's just what we're knowing for right now, right? So it continues and it says, all this stems from the death of Alonzo Wright at Jenkins Correctional Facility. I told y'all this is all from the death of Alonzo Wright, and they're saying that he got killed due to a gang war. Now we're going to get into the comments of people, the families of people talking, right? So it says, this is so sad that our loved ones go to prison and some never make it back home to their families, and nobody's doing anything to help these inmates. Seems like nobody cares since they are inmates. I know they did wrong, but they don't deserve to die, be stabbed, tortured, and freezing, and not enough food. God, please help the inmates watch over them. Well, I never could tell you. If you want to help them out with food, I'm sure everybody on there got commissary, and you can always put money on that commissary. Therefore, they got more food to eat, right? As far as everything else goes, I done told y'all 1,000 times that the 13th Amendment literally says once you get in prison, you are a slave to the state. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they able to work them boys for like 25 cents, 10 cents, and all that type of stuff like that, right? Because you become a legal slave whenever you actually get locked up inside a jail. And unfortunately, the gang banging don't stop even inside of jail. Alonzo Wright was killed inside of jail, and now it's a whole lot of other bodies that's dropping inside of jail, right? So it continues, and there's another lady that said 3,223 days. Think about that. That's how long John has been in prison. So John been in prison for 3,223 days. Y'all can let me know in the comment section how many years is 3,223 days that John has been inside of prison. Right now, there's a gang war going on between the Bloods and the Muslims in almost all of the prisons in Georgia. 9 men were stabbed at Wilcox day before yesterday. Hey, what I want to know is, who's winning right now, the Muslims or the Bloods? You know what I'm talking about? If y'all done heard any details of the news, let me know in the comment section if the Bloods or the Muslims is currently winning. Because everybody I've been seeing get saying it passed away, you really can't tell which one's Blood and which one's Muslim, because a lot of the people who may come in there as Bloods may switch to Muslims, or to come in there as nothing. They just look like criminals and then they get switched to I don't know, fam. So just let me know if y'all know. Anyways, so it continues and it says, 1 killed at Wilcox the day before that. A man stabbed to death at Washington where D is a few days ago over a bottle of bleach. I live in this world of uncertainty every day. If you know nothing about the prison systems, the corruptions, the emotional roller coaster, be thankful. This is my reality. It is their reality. Please say a prayer for all the families that have to deal with this every single day. Anyway, so yeah, Miss Mary Young got old John in there, and she said something about D too. So I mean, they in there fighting for life probably, and she just outside in the free world stressing out, right? Hopefully she got them boys some commissary, that way they can, you know, talking about, get through, make that time a little easier for them. Anyway, so another person actually spoke out on what's going on with everything, with all the wars and stuff. And it's James Lott. He came out and he said, I have a brother at the Jenkins facility. He informed me tonight that every prison in the entire state is locked down due to a war started between Muslims and Bloods. Pray for every soul behind the walls. If you've ever been there or know anything about this kind of war, everyone around either set is in danger, they could turn out high body counts before. And it's already, I mean, listen, bro, 6 people. If we just put the totality of all the prisons and stuff, and it's probably more now, but at the time of me recording this video, from what I've seen, they already reported like 6. Well, actually, a helicopter came for 6 bodies, and they said it was like life or death. They could potentially die, but it's already like 3 or 4 other bodies where people have died. So the body count's already pretty high if you think about it, right? It continues, says, war going on with Muslims and Bloods and has popped at Telfair and Wilcox. Check on your family. Yeah, definitely. If y'all know, if y'all got any cousins or anything like that at any of these prisons that I named, you definitely want to check on your people because it's definitely wars going on and bodies is literally dropping. You know what I'm talking about? But aside from all that, I am going to go to the comment section and I want to see what y'all got to say inside the comment section. Actually, I want to refresh it because I know some new comments done probably came in, so I want to refresh it out so I can actually see everything that y'all are actually saying. But just coming from me, I think this is absolutely insane. Is it expected? Yes, I do think it's expected. Obviously, when you go to jail, you got to be ready. Well, prison, you got to be ready for whatever, anything coming to you. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't all fun and candy, roses and dandy. You know what I'm talking about? Especially if you go in there and you're part of a gang or you're part of the Muslim Brotherhood, whatever it may be. You got to stand for your soldiers 10 toes down. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't stand 10 toes down, then you probably get killed by your own people at that time. You know what I'm talking about? So let me actually take it to the comment section so we can actually see what y'all got to say about all this, right? So the first comment from Shorty Mac says, prayers for a better way. Next comment says, my cousin went in for a speeding ticket and came out a Muslim. Somebody put some laughing emojis. I swear, this is the funniest ever, but true. If this, I don't know if this was the right song for this gang. May Allah smite our enemies. Amen. See, listen, Muslims gonna stand by their brotherhood. You know what I'm talking about? Any means necessary, whether they inside or outside. Right now, I don't know if this Alonzo Wright dude was a blood or if he was a Muslim, because how he look at his picture, he could literally be a blood or a Muslim because they really look alike. You know what I'm talking about? So if y'all know him or know of him or know more details, let me know in the comment section if buddy was a blood or a Muslim. We continue, it says, shake my head. This was bound to happen, but in a GA, the Bloods run all the prisons. And hands down, the most violent prisons in the world are in GA. It's like GTA in there, so I pray y'all find peace in there. Y'all are not forgotten. And it continues, and it says, something about what they saying ain't sitting right with me. The Bloods and Muslims, so did somebody convert and ain't want to pull a lick, or was the hit on a brother of our kind? Then it broke out in other protection. What's this got to do with Texas? Different. Forget what it got to do with Texas. This is a big thing that could expand even far past us in GA right now, but this could span counties. You know what I'm talking about? The Bloods is one big organization that spreads across, most of the 50 states, and so is the Muslims. You know what I'm talking about? So this could be something that starts here and it grows like a fire. You know what I'm talking about? And it spreads everywhere else. BIP ready. Fighting for a gang is crazy. Well, inside of the, you know what I'm talking about? When you're in the jam, you kind of got to fight for a gang. You're going to choose your side. You know what I'm talking about? Because if somebody come from you, you're going to need some backup because they're going to be having multiple people coming from you. So with all that being said, let's read a couple more comments. Shouldn't the Muslims be fighting the Jews? Okay, now that was a funny comment, but I don't think it's too many Jews. I don't think the Jews run nothing inside of the prisons. Actually, if you want to be real, the Jews probably run the prisons. Yeah, they probably own, or the owners of the prisons or something. I doubt that they in there. I know it's some in there, but I would imagine more of them like owning the buildings or owning something. You know what I'm talking about? They typically stick to like the ownership of it all, right? The next comment says, Bloods deep in Georgia. Sometimes the Muslims be other gangs too. I thought Bloods was Muslims. And okay, so I guess this person tagged this guy who's either a Blood or a Muslim. Let's see if he responded to what he said. He said, just thought about him when I just saw this crazy. Oh, so I guess that's somebody who's either a Blood or a Muslim is actually locked up. But anyways, as more details come out about this, I'm definitely going to keep y'all updated. But as of right now, it's definitely going down inside of Georgia. And I say this as I'm wearing all red, but I assure y'all, I'm not no Blood. I'm not no Crip. Now, my family members, on the other hand, that's a different story. But me, not a Blood, not a Crip. My colors is red, blue, red, black, yellow, and whatever other color inside my logo. So that's why I'm wearing this. But either way it goes, man, I do hope everybody make it home safely. Everybody's able to survive. I don't know how much longer this war is going to actually go on, but it is going on right now, and it's looking extremely bad for everybody involved. Anyway, so RIP to those who've lost their life. No matter what they went to jail for, I don't know. But I do know that some bodies have dropped. They went out fighting for their gang, and the other gang, like I said, is just fighting. I don't know who started it. I don't know. Once I figure out what Alonzo Wright is, whether he's a Blood or whether he's a Muslim, then I can know who started it. But other than that, I don't know who started this. But as I figure it out, I'm going to make another video and let y'all know, and maybe we can break it down a little more. But if y'all know any details about any of this, drop it inside the comment section and let me know some more details. I know I got some people in Georgia that follow me, inside of Atlanta that follow me, all around that place that follow me. Hey, man, lace me up real fast. Anyways, let me know something. Comment down below, let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.